Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Lakotsirong Butiki. Mula doon sa makasaysayang simbahan ng Murong Rizal, ang St. Jerome Parish Church o mas kilala rin sa tawag na Murong Church. Nakatawid na ang Butiki ngayon dito sa makasaysayan rin na simbahan ng Pililla, Rizal, ang Diocesan Shrine and Parish of St. Mary Magdalene, o mas tanyag rin sa pangalan na Pililla Church. Samahan niyo ako dito guys! The municipality of Pililla is a first-class municipality in the province of Rizal. According to the 2020 census, it has a population of 71,535 people. It is surrounded by farms, small mountains, plains, and trees. Pililla is known as the Greenfield Municipality of Rizal. Pililla has preserved some religious and non-religious traditions such as the Santa Cruzan or Flores de Mayo, wherein men and women walk all over town with their gowns. Town fiesta during the month of July is being visited by people from the city to experience the celebrations, especially the amateur shows at night. Like other towns, Pililla holds basketball league competitions for youth during summer. Pililla is also a destination for road cyclists because of its asphalted road, specifically in Sitio Bugarin in Barangay Halayhayin. Pilang Monte was the pre-Hispanic name of the settlement, ruled by a certain Salian Maginto. His dominion covered the modern towns of Baras, Tanay, Pililla, and Halahala. It was referenced as Monte or small, in contrast to the nearby, much larger town of Pila in the province of Laguna. Cavada, a Spanish historian, revealed that in 1571, Spanish forces conquered towns along Laguna de Bay, which they called Rinconada de Moron, and Pilang Monte was among the towns that surrendered. It was annexed to the town of Morong in the north and renamed Pilang Morong. In 1572, the first Spanish missionary priest arrived at Pilang Morong. Since then, Christianity was spread by the Spanish priest, and in 1582, Father Juan de Plasencia and Father Diego de Oropesa established a visita barrio at Pilang Morong. The place was divided by the Spaniards into 5 rancherias: Monte Tanay, Sitio Tigbi or Lulokong, San Diego, Monte Yakat, Dolo Rio or Wawa. In 1583, Pilang Morong became an independent town and rechristened Pililla. The name arose from the diminutive rules in Castilian by modifying a name with Ilia or Ilio to indicate a smaller or younger version. In 1599, 16 years after the town was given autonomy, the supreme government granted Pililla the authority to construct a church. In 1600, the first church of Cogon and bamboo was constructed in Dolo Rio, but this burnt down and a church of wood was built. This also burnt down with the whole town in 1632. Another church made of wood was built, and this suffered the same fate in 1668. 2 years later, construction of the present church began and was finished in 1673. The Diocesan Shrine and Parish of Saint Mary Magdalene, also known as Pililla Church, is a Roman Catholic church located in the municipality of Pililla, Rizal. The church was built by the Franciscans in 1583 under the patronage of Saint Mary Magdalene. It is a few kilometers away from San Ildefonso Parish Church, a historical church in Tanay. On January 16, 1977, the National Historical Commission of the Philippines unveiled the historical marker of Saint Mary Magdalene Parish Church. On July 22, 2018, the parish was declared as a diocesan shrine. The church is made of adobe similar to other churches in Laguna. The facade and belfry of the church are simple in design. The baptistry is located at the bottom of the bell tower, on the left side from the vestibule of the church. A small retablo housing the image of Saint Mary Magdalene can be found inside the baptistry. As an autonomous town, Pililla encompassed several barrios including Tanay and Halahala. Tanay separated from Pililla and became an independent town in 1606. Halahala became a barrio of Pililla in 1676, but was separated in 1786. It was reincorporated as a barrio of Pililla in 1816, but 9 years later, it was once again separated from Pililla. In 1853, Pililla was separated from the province of Laguna to be incorporated into a newly created Distrito de los Montes de San Mateo. In 1857, it was given the new name Distrito Politico Militar de Morong. In 1896, the Katipuneros of Pililla and San Diego established their military camp at Rambo or Pabalang Nagubat. 3 years later, on August 6, 1898, Pililla was incorporated in the revolutionary government of General Emilio Aguinaldo. During the existence of the First Philippine Republic, San Diego became an independent town. On January 5, 1899, a first battle ensued between the American forces and the Filipino troops defending Pililla. The town was partially ravaged by fire and local troops had to retreat to the mountain of Tanay. The towns of Pililla and San Diego were integrated into the newly created province of Rizal in June 1901. 2 years later, the Philippine Commission, in line with its policy of economy and centralization, consolidated the towns of Pililla, San Diego, and Halahala with a set of government in Pililla. The first capitan under the American regime was Regino Quichong, who was alcalde from 1900 to 1901. On September 20, 1907, Halahala was separated from Pililla and became an independent municipality. Kisao, on the other hand, remained a barrio of Pililla up to the present. In 1918, the population of Pililla was 2,776 and Kisao was 814. In 1929, the place called Longos within the jurisdiction of Pililla was cleared by the majority of the tenant population of the town of Halahala, who transferred their homes to the site and whereon they founded a new community, thus avoiding their agrarian conflict with the plantation owner of Halahala. On September 24, 1929, Don Anianas Vicencio, a philanthropist in public documents, donated a tract of land containing approximately 15 hectares to the families of Manuel Rojas, Leoncio Carungay, and Quintin Gulyeden, all of Halahala, who shall distribute the assigned free of charge and to the best interest of the residents. The said lots of Longos, Barrio Quisao, Municipality of Pililla. In 1939, this land was surveyed by engineer Quintin Gulyedon, who provided the layout of this new community now called Barrio Malaya. On December 13, 1942, the town of Quisao was attacked and pillaged by Tulisanes. During the liberation of the town on March 18, 1945, nearly three-fourths of all the houses and public buildings were either burned or destroyed by American and Filipino military bombing and shelling. The Japanese forces and Makapili fled to the mountains following the liberation of the town. The PCAU of the U.S. Army re-established the municipal government of Pililla on April 20, 1945, with the designation of Lucio Aquino, an active guerrilla leader, as mayor. Mula naman dito sa Diocesan Shrine and Parish of Saint Mary Magdalene dito sa Pililla, Rizal, gagapang pa ang butiki papuntang Tanay, Rizal. Isang makasaysayan rin na simbahan ang pupuntahan ko doon, ang Saint Ildefonsus of Toledo Parish Church, o mas kilala rin sa tawag na Tanay Church. Abangan niyo ko doon, guys! Bye-bye!